Hi, this is Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today we're going to be making Southern Sweet Potato Biscuits. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click the button down below. Well, let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go over here on the stovetop, so let's go. We're going to need a medium saucepan, and in it I already have some water. And now we're going to go ahead and take some sweet potatoes and we're going to peel them. Now, to peel the sweet potatoes, you can either use a peeler or you can go ahead and use a knife and cut off the skin. The recipe calls for 1 cup of mashed sweet potatoes. So I think maybe with this and this one, that might be okay. If not, I could always add that one in there as well. Well, I'll go ahead and work on this now. Now that I got the potatoes peeled, now we need to go ahead and take our knife and we need to go ahead and just kind of chop it down into pieces. Kind of like this. Again, it doesn't have to look like this, but it needs to be cut into pieces so we can put it into our saucepan. So I'll go ahead and work on the other one. Now that we got all that sweet potato cut up, we are going to go ahead and put it in our pot of water. Now that I have all that sweet potato in our saucepan, I've got my heat on high heat. We want to boil the potato until it's tender. Now that it started boiling, I've set a timer, and I started out with about 12 minutes. It's got about 5 more minutes left. Some are tender, but some are not, so I'm just going to keep on going. Now that it's been the 12 minutes, all my sweet potato is tender. We need to go ahead and turn off the heat and remove it from the burner. We are going to go ahead and drain the water. Now that the water has been drained from the sweet potatoes, we need to go ahead and take a potato masher and we will mash up the potatoes. Now that the potato has been mashed, we need to go ahead and let it sit and cool down. The recipe calls for 1 cup of mashed sweet potato cold. You can wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator to try to get it a little bit colder faster. Now that our sweet potatoes are cooling, we need to go ahead and work on the dry ingredients. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get a bowl with a sieve. We need to go ahead and add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we will put those through the sieve. Now that I have those ingredients mixed up, we are going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of butter, and it needs to be cold butter. And then we're going to either take a fork to break up the butter into the dry ingredients, or we can use a pastry cutter to break the butter down into the flour mixture. Now that I've got my butter broke up into my flour ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and add in the cold sweet potatoes that have been mashed. I actually put mine in the refrigerator to get them, to go faster than if you just left them on, the stove, etc. I'm going to put the sweet potatoes into the floured mixture, and I'm going to go ahead and add some milk. We want to just add enough milk to form a soft ball. Now that I've got my sweet potato dough more kind of like in a ball, we are going to go ahead and take it and put it out on a floured board. Once you get your sweet potato dough onto the floured board, we need to go ahead and pat it to about 1/2 inch thick. We are then going to go ahead and take a cookie sheet and we are going to grease it. I just used unsalted butter, and we are going to go ahead and take our biscuit or cutters and go ahead and cut out biscuits and put it onto our greased cookie sheet. Now that we have all our sweet potato biscuits onto our greased cookie sheet, we are going to go ahead and put it in a 450-degree oven, and we are going to bake for 15 to 20 minutes. Then I will show you when they're done. The Southern sweet potato biscuits are all done. Well, let's go ahead and have a taste test of this Southern sweet potato biscuit. Now, this is actually my first time having a sweet potato biscuit. I just put butter on top of mine, but you could probably put anything. Maybe even put honey would be good. It is delicious. I really like it. Well, I will leave the recipe down below in the description. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.